All right, we'll take two because I started tripping and falling all over my words. I could say this is take one, but honestly, it's not. Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your Daily Tarot and Oracle, your daily insight on life and love for April 22nd, 2022, also being timeless. Wherever you're catching in time, it might be relevant to you or irrelevant, somewhere on the spectrum. It's going to be somewhere. But if you found your glorious way across this, come hang out. This actually might have a message for you. It's general collective. Don't force this to fit your life. You could always let these bad boys fall away. If you have questions about booking your private session, because your individual storyline is more in-depth, detailed, and intense, go ahead and find the description where the email address is, or you can find me on the social platforms. It's at Raising Savak. See what services might be right for you. Time zones, availability, prices, sales, discounts, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, let's talk. We're kicking off with this. So feelings of, it does feel like blocked intuition. You're not quite getting something. Something isn't seeming right to you. And that alone is making me like, yeah, maybe I don't want to put something in here. Maybe I don't want to start this. Maybe I kind of don't want to play a piece in this. Yeah, you're not really ready to kick off whatever this adventure is. I think that you're going to stick to your current path as it stands, because while there's nothing, up front about why something seems off, something is still nagging at you that it's off. So I see that you're actually going to trust your gut and not stick around to find out the why behind it. This is actually a really cool opportunity for you, and it does seem like a test, because what I'm seeing in here is this is the learning ground. This is kind of like the teacher watching the students. You are being presented with a test. The situation is going to de-escalate, believe it or not. It was building up a little bit, started off kind of high, and now we're de-escalating. So this is probably where you would normally have just pushed through and be like, it's all in my head, I'm just in my head. And then you find out exactly why you should have trusted your gut and left something alone. You're going to find out the why. You're incredibly grounded, you're centered. Whatever the fear was behind you potentially leaving whatever this is behind is going to be quickly dissolved. I see a major sense of peace. I see even more blossoming. The harsh outcome that you were anticipating is not present. Look at that. Look at how it goes. These are good things. I'm liking it. I'm loving this. It seems to de-escalate, and then there is a major sense of grounding that's going on. You feel validated, because I think that other people are going to see how you did not involve yourself in this, and kind of give you the, wow, that was a good decision, the pat on the back. The one that you don't necessarily need, but it's kind of like a nice little cherry on top. All right, then we have something new that's coming in. Something is jumping into your vision right now. You're ready to walk off this hill, aren't you? All right, square one. You're starting off at square one in something new, and it looks like it's impulsive, but it's really not. There is a major sense of loyalty around you with this. What is this loyalty about? I still have these cards, but we're not done looking at this. I want to get clarity on what this loyalty is, and I'm getting to, Archangel Raphael healing about what this loyalty is. So what is this? Jesus, the divine healer, and then we have children, and then we have massage. What's this final one? So it seems like you have a lot of guardians who have taken care of you throughout your life. And I do feel like this is your tribe from the other side. We all come in with armies, our ancestors, our angels, our spirit animals. We have a plethora of team behind us. So what I'm seeing in this is, let's look. Your guardian angel's watching out for you. They have kept you away from danger. If you look back when you were a very little kid, And I see that they took care of the physical ailments. They kept you moving. I almost feel like these showed up as either people that you could see. Okay, so loved ones who have crossed over that you may have seen when you were younger and not really know that they were crossed over. Or this could be somebody who appeared as like a imaginary friend or imaginary pet that you had in the formative years, but it's showing up as a guardian angel. They're coming through in this, and I know that this sounds weird. Trust me, it's not lost on me. But I see that they are reiterating that they are still around, they still love you, they're still protecting you, and you have nothing to worry about. So whatever this test was that you just had, I see that this is kind of their way of being like, we're still here, bud. So, this is what I'm looking at right now. So we're gonna separate and keep these three. All right, so the fact that you still have your guardians and they're making their presence known and you're jumping into something new, even though you passed the test, there's still this emotional blowback that I think that you're experiencing. So it's emotionally aggravated. I see emotional backlash coming from you. You're angry. You're angry, you're hurt, and you're confused as to why the heck this is still happening. You trusted your gut. You got the validation for why this was. Why does this happen? What is the problem? What did you do wrong? And this is actually the shadow work that you are working through. I know that you feel like you're crazy and out of your mind. I know that. You're not, but it feels like it. It feels not like a breakdown, but more like a throwdown. Like, oh, you better tell me what the fuck is up. All right. You feel stuck. You feel like you're a prisoner of your own circumstances. You feel like anything that you try falls away. And it's like it comes out just as fast as it came into your life, and that you don't have the control over it. So you're aggravated. Why does this happen to you? People seem to get their crap together. Why can't you have this happen? And well, let's see even more about that. This is judgment. This is the lesson. Let's look at the lesson. You are a outstanding, strong, independent, honest, truthful, integrity-filled person. Very compassionate, but you don't let your compassion rule you. So why does this happen with these people? Well, the simple reason is they did not have the same values and compassion. They had aspects of themselves that they had hidden, that they didn't work on, and Source and Spirit was going, yeah, no, we're not going to let this happen. We're going to take this person out, because while this is beautifully wrapped, or whatever the situation, whether it's a person or a situation, sorry, while it's beautifully wrapped, we know that this is somebody who's just going to completely fold on you, or something that's going to completely fall flat on its face. You deserve something that has the follow through, who takes swift action, who does inspired action, who does what they say that they're going to do and shows that level of discipline, and who's not going to be lazy on you and for you to carry all this weight, whether it's a situation or a person in your life. And I feel like all you've had experience with is maybe not even in just one isolated type of connection in your life, but harsh realities where you had to do everything. It feels like you carrying a big burden on you. Feels like that has been your lot in life. That has been the only choice that you had, which isn't a choice, it's just the way. This is not how your story is supposed to go. So let's see what Ascended Masters, is that what this deck is? Where the heck is the deck? Tell you what is this deck? Angel Therapy? Anyway, okay. Why do you have to do this on your own? Because you have to learn to be fearless. and stay away from things that are toxic. So many people make so many crap. Oh, wait, it was Angel Therapy Oracle cards. Okay. So many people make craptastic excuses for other people. And, well, I was doing this anyway. No. So many people play this almost contract out of just who's going to take advantage of what situation. Are we going to forgive so that we can move forward, not really change our ways, and still, be able to be around each other? You're not going to be doing any of that crap. You've done enough of that. You've shouldered enough people. You have suppressed exactly what is so unique about yourself because you have been put in such an unremarkable spot of having to be the control factor, the control situation, whatever that, I can't think of the god's name that has like the 8 arms. I think it's a Hindu god. But yeah, you had to do multiple things at once because nobody else was having any follow through with this, and it was suppressing your actual gift and talent. So the shielding yourself, I don't think that you actually knew how to shield yourself against this. I don't think it was taught. I think that a lot of what has occurred was just what was expected of you, and it feels like it almost feels like it singled you out. So the integrity in the workshops and seminars is coming in. So instead of you having to be like the enforcer and, giving the workshops and seminars, I think that this is more of you having to learn either by the masses or individually taking these workshops or listening to people who have been in similar situations as you. You have to learn to recognize either another person's integrity or why your integrity is the way that it is. So that's actually going to be what seems to be a very rude awakening. Because again, I feel like maybe your heart is in the, well, not maybe, I feel like your heart's in the right place, but there's underlying elements to the heart and why it feels like it has to be in this right place and doing this for another person. So let's see. It is a sense of companionship. It is a sense of community. You did this to be accepted by your people. It does feel like it was, the Magician's in reverse. It feels like you actually couldn't have any sort of a voice. I feel like if you displayed anything that was like not sneezing rainbows or if it was anything other than positive, you were given a ton of crap for it, which is grossly unfortunate, and it kept you feeling really stuck. We have the Death card in reverse, not wanting to move on, to have even more added onto your plate. So a lot of resistance in your path. A lot of resistance in your growth. I feel like you had a lot of ideals and stuff that you wanted to do, ideals for relationships, but there was no follow through because to get bigger and more grand for you, this meant that you would have to take on even more. And while you actively wanted to do that, the subconscious mind was kind of set like, this is going to mean more work for you and less work for everybody else, and you're going to completely burn yourself out. So it was you having to build and sustain an entire world all on your own with this. And it does have a sense of self-victimization that goes with this. And it sounds worse than what it really is because it's like you having to, it's you having to sacrifice yourself. Now, that does sound pretty awful, but I think that you had sacrificed yourself already. And anybody who would step in, I feel like you took it as you couldn't handle this, that you weren't enough. And it feels like that brought a level of implied ridicule coming from others towards you. Like if you couldn't step up to this, it would be handled with a sense of ridicule towards you. So instead of falling back or moving forward in any of this, you stayed stuck. You didn't know how to ask for help. You didn't even know who to ask for help. Here we go. This is what we're leading to. The grand goodbye. Whew. This is something. So, time to go round and round. I do feel like you will be talking to a lot of the common people in your life right now about something that is not just ordinary for you guys. It's a feeling of people wanting to make the changes in their life, but also seeing how you can somehow either help or benefit. And I see you just really not being interested in wanting to even talk to them about this, because from your experience, it's been all talk. So the time to go is seeing them wanting to do the same spiel. Let's talk, but let's talk about also how you can help, how you can hold people accountable, how you can be some sort of a resource for them. And I see you kind of walking away from that. It's awesome when people help each other, but it has to be a two-way street. And I don't think that that two-way street exists. So in this connection, I'm seeing that you are going to be kind of calling that out and putting in a very necessary boundary. So what is this going to lead to? Captain Sassy Band? What's this going to lead to? First off, they're going to get ticked off, and they're going to push for it, because why not? And then it's going to be downright ticked off, like angry. I'm trying not to swear, but it's like this. Yeah. Anyway, and let's see. And I do feel like you will have to defend your reason not to, or at least the effort will be there. Be like, what's your problem? You're the high priestess, and you're sick of people's crap. So I see the strain being put on these connections in your life, which, good riddance. Now, I'm not telling you to ghost or to block everybody. I'm not telling you to abandon everyone, leave them behind. It's not that. It's stop letting people feed into your resources, your time, your efforts, and feeling entitled to all of these things too, because all it's doing is leading to a big failure. These are people who have been in your life for quite some time. It's long-term people in your life and also recycled people in your life. Now, it shows up as the same type of character. Okay, I see their agitation towards you, but I also see that you don't give a what. You have the willpower to get through it. This is good. So after that, I see balance restored. I see you being the wise one, and I see you really ready to move on. So since you're able to move on now, what is this really leading you to? No. Where's the deck? I just had it. Am I crazy? Yeah, I am crazy. It was flipped over. It totally Clark Kent me. All right, so this, you're gonna be dealing with a block for a little bit, mental block. And I think it's because you're feeling the closure of this, this certain area of your life. And I see that you're not gonna wanna be around people for quite some time, because you're kind of done with the shenanigans of them. And honestly, you're just done with people letting you down. So the deep knowing is that you do need to have some alone time to clear your head, and that this is not the end all be all. You're just coming from a wounded place, and you need to start building from the ground up. So this, why does this always happen to you? Because you're here for a really important job. You're not a regular, just run-to-the-mill person. You have an important job here, and this takes some really big fine-tuning. So the unfinished symphony is stop trying to count on goodbyes. It doesn't mean goodbye forever. It means goodbye for now while everything is going up in flames, and you need to create something with a new sense of fertile land, which this is teaching you to be flexible, and it's teaching you to think outside the box. It's teaching you to be daring. It's teaching you to stop going after things that you feel that you need to fix that are very clearly rotten. So, but to be fair, this is more about saying how you are validated in holding up that weight for those other people of the past, and how it's no longer serving you because you did get like that point of validation in the past, and also how you need to start relying on yourself and source and spirit and having the correct people come in. So this, what do you need to do right now? It's basic maintenance for you. You have to really think outside the box and learn to be in the present moment and start clearing the way for the new people who are going to be coming in, which, let's see. They're going to be just as thriving and just as driven as you. They speak very clearly. There's no guesswork around them. They know what it's like to feel failure, and also they have the same like vision for their future. So it's strengthening. It's a higher caliber of connection that's coming in for you. And I see that this is going to be very balanced. There's going to be give and take, and it's going to be an active choice rather than an entitlement or an exception. So that's been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for April 22nd, 2022. Again, being timeless. Wherever you're catching in time, I hope that this made sense. And yeah, if you have questions about anything about booking, go ahead and reach out. All right, go live your life. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. So major feelings of inadequacy and having that thrown in your face is enough to set anybody off. It's kind of a low blow to you. This, whoever this is, I don't feel like you want to work with them anymore. I feel like you don't want to play with them anymore. You are pulling yourself back. And what I'm seeing in this is, first off, you need to keep that kind of energy really away from yourself. All it's done is kept you in a fog. This is not a friendly energy for you to be around. It's kind of like a frenemy energy. They only kind of want to be around when they see that you're in the crap. So what I see here is, I see how much hard work that you've been putting into making these changes in your life. The lack of progress is being thrown in your face from this person, and that's maybe a feeling to get you to stop, because whoever this is, they kind of have this feeling of not wanting you to move past them. But I see that you are going to forge on ahead without really their input anymore. You're not giving them this kind of access. You're putting a lot of yourself into this. I see you still plugging away, still working, even though that you know that this isn't having an immediate payoff. This is an investment, and you want this, and you're going to go after it, and you're tired of people trying to talk you out of things. It's already fed into your insecurities long enough, but you're going to take this opportunity. This is one of the biggest opportunities that you could have even put yourself in alignment with, and it's about the big picture. The struggle that you're feeling with it right now is going to dissolve, but you don't need these kind of people around you who are going to constantly be feeding into the fear, pessimistic jerks. So let's see. After the 8 of Pentacles, major shifts happening, almost to the point of neck breaking. We have the 8 of Cups coming in. So I do see leaving all of the past behind, staying away from negativity, learning to let go, and forging on ahead. So if you look at these, there's a space missing. This person took a cup with them, which is why, hey, we have 8 of Cups now. This person is going to go take their efforts, their fulfillment, their enjoyment elsewhere. They're not going to cast it before people who aren't going to appreciate it. And I think that's a really healing power move for them. If this is you, good job. You're going to take your goods elsewhere. You're going to take yourself where you're appreciated. So it looks like there's money coming in, and I think it's because you stopped doing something else. So there's an element of quitting something going on in your situation, and I think that this is probably the best thing that could have happened for you. I'm not a doctor, can't diagnose, I'm not doing any of that, but whatever you stop doing, this seems to actually be helping your physical body. I do feel like you need help in stopping this though, which that seems that this is feeding into an insecurity. You're afraid that people aren't going to love you the same way or look at you the same way. You're afraid of opening up, afraid of being vulnerable. All right. Let people show up for you. Let people help you in this. This is the start of a very long journey for you. It's good that you stopped what you were doing now because it was going to lead to a disaster. And I know that you're seeing that life is going to get better, but you're going to need help in getting there. You don't have to do this alone. It's a time of healing for you. So why did this happen? Let's look. Oh, I'm getting pulled to, okay, angel therapy. Why did this happen? Oh, because there was a sense of lack in the home or the career or the finances. There was a lot of fear and a lot of lack. So the sense of security around those, you didn't want to really deal with that. You didn't really feel like you were going to get any sort of help. And what else? A lot of this is emotional based. So your fears, you couldn't talk to anybody. You just didn't want to feel anything. So now, I think that you put in the call for help a while ago. And I see that even while you were doing this, there was that small voice inside that was directing you around. I know that you don't feel like you made the progress that you should have even up to this point. But the point is, look at where you are versus where this had started, even before you decided to quit whatever this was. This is the inspired action. So you brought about this healing. You're going to bring about the people who are helping you. You really want to live a better life for yourself. And intuitively, you know that this is going to happen. And again, let people show up because this is going to help you not only have accountability, but it's also really going to help your emotional state in this to feel like it's not you against the world and that you're alone in this. So I see help coming in, and I see a complete 180 turn for you. So it looks like it's time for you to really blossom. It's time for you to really stay grounded. I really want the compassionate and caring nature of you to shine through. So this is you gaining a sense of focus. No, it's not fair. No, it's not something that you had wanted to do. Despite all of that, you are gaining clarity and refocusing. You have to look at what your options are. And this is going to have to be something where you're completely upfront, honest, and not really considering everything else. I think that that's been done enough for you to stop putting so much into other people's reaction and response to what it is that you have to do. This is going to be the best thing. There has to be an element of detachment. And I know that that probably makes you feel cruel. You're not cruel. You are a very incredibly strong person. And this is something where honesty is not what's going to want to be heard, but is essential. So the discipline that's coming in, the lack of criticism, it's okay. So stop critiquing yourself. Stop being the person who's breaking yourself down in this. You have to start this. You don't even like where you are right now. There is a sense of inferiority. There's a sense of repressed messages, because I feel like either you're gaslighting yourself or somebody keeps telling you what you're seeing and what you're doing isn't what it seems. And that's incredibly unfair to you. So what I see here is, first off, this is about, I think, your sparking intuition, guidance, creativity, all of that. Are you going to let somebody direct you around on this? Absolutely not seeing things through your eyes, not seeing things through your perspective. Or are you going to start fighting? Are you going to start taking a different path? Not everybody gets to go along this with you. And I know that it's really hard to stick up for yourself. So why engage in this at all with them? You're not going to make any headway. All it's going to be is a conflict of emotions. And you don't need to put yourself in there when you're just simply trying to do what's best for you and find some sort of a balance in your life. The balance is going to lead to an overflow of material abundance in here, but it's not about what other people can get out of you while you're growing this, because you're not even coming from the stable ground yet. They're living in the future of what is you, and they're not taking into account the hard work that has to go into it. And it's trying to get themselves to go along with the trip without doing the work, but still having that crazy payoff. So you have to do this for yourself and nobody else. All right, just because it was painful doesn't mean that it wasn't fate. Just because you fit in doesn't mean that's where you belonged. And I see a lot dissolving around that area, and I see that there is a major sense of loss that's going around. I see that there's either a major divide or a major fight that just kind of split everything up. So this is leaving you to wonder, what the F? What just happened? Listen, you would have stayed stuck if Spirit did not intervene like that. You would have stayed stuck in misery, learning the same stupid lesson, doing the same stupid thing, being completely caught up, losing time, losing the driving force of, I think, your inspiration, driving aspects of your life even. So this wasn't going to change by you. You would have stayed in that and sacrificed yourself. So Spirit drop kicked you out of it. And now it's a matter of, why did this happen? Well, because you were dragging your keister according to Spirit. And it's not time for you to lay down and just let yourself get stuck in this cycle of, feeling bad for yourself. So, I mean, I totally get it. This sucks. Like, this is harsh. What you're experiencing is not fun at all. It feels very lonely at times. I get that. But this is not time for you to lay down and just let life kind of rip this from you. It's a point of you seeing, okay, what do I need to do now? It's time for you to get up and go to another path. It's time for you to start making these changes in your life and get comfortable being uncomfortable, because you're going through a major spiritual growth period. I think you already went through the dark night, which is why everything is like on the bare bottom, and it's this whole, do I even want to get up? You may not want to get up, but you absolutely have to get up. Spirit's not going to let you just lay there. It's going to start throwing things your way that you're going to have to start paying attention to. So the why behind it, there is so much more for you to learn and gain about yourself. And I'm getting to still use the wisdom of the oracle. So what's this leading to? First off, it's not going to be so hard. You cannot avoid conflict in life, not saying that, but this is saying the conflict is not always going to be the epicenter of everything. And let's see, much more truth and alignment, opportunities that are going to open themselves to you. You went through the death, and now here comes the love of rebirth. You're being put in perfect alignment with things that are going to be just, it feels like dumb luck. It feels like such crazy luck. And let's see. Ooh, what was that? Hang on. Okay, we have the never-ending story and the building blocks. We have TikTok and exchanging gifts. You're about to go through a major personal, wonderful explosion, so go get it. So it looks like there's two very different types of happy that are on their way to you. You absolutely, without question, have a choice that you need to make. I do see that there is a major sense of loyalty around you. There's people who want to build with you. There's people who are coming back into your life that I see that you are uncertain if you want to let them back. I'm not dealing with illegal, toxic, or abusive situations. Take that off the table immediately. So if this is that relationship, forget what the cards say, stay away from it. All right. So if it's not any of those things, look. Somebody is trying to come back into your life and really build some sort of amazement with you. They want to show up for you. They want to show you that they've changed, that they've taken a new path. And I'm seeing an undying affection towards you, whether it's romantic or platonic. They want to be part of your life in this. So there's two roads for you now. Are you going to let them in, or are you going to keep them out? And this is where the two happinesses happen, because I was thinking, all right, so if they decide to go and let them back in, what's going to happen? First off, they're going to jump right into it, and they're going to pick up not even where they left off, but with a huge sense of belonging, companionship, a new sense of intimacy. This is like my people. So this, it doesn't feel bad. And honestly, I think that you're ready. And let's see. I think that you've been ready for quite some time. It's waiting for the party to show up, and I'm seeing all elements in here. And it looks like something that would normally not go in such a strenuous situation is absolutely thriving, and it's creating a legacy for itself. So this in itself is creating a future where you guys are going to be thinking outside the box, and you guys are going to be diving at every chance. So the next question was, what happens if you choose not to let this person into your life again? Let's see. The Observer, Serendipity, and By the Book. So this is a point of opening up different doors because they're not present right now, and watching the different situations that are presenting themselves unfold. I think that you're watching them like a hawk. And I see that this is letting new people come into your experience. We have the By the Book, so the cause and effect in the universe. You let these people go, so now we're going to have more, well, maybe not more, better suited future connections that are coming in. You get to pick your choice of what the happiness is that you want to experience, but you can't sit there on the fence. All right, you're free, you're empowered, you're really just focusing on the horizon. It is a very self-indulgent time, but I feel like it's with good reason. If you were, I know this is gonna sound so stupid, but this is the image that comes up immediately. Trust me, I know this sounds stupid. If you were a sponge, you would have been long dried out and completely shriveled, and now you're being completely submerged in the freshest of water, and here we go. Now it's you being completely saturated and just happy with it. Feeling like you can do anything with it, feeling rejuvenated. I really get a very strong sense that you are going to be completely elated. I love this for you. I think that this is happening very fast. I see that you're cutting away everything brilliantly and super fast. And I see that you're not afraid of the feelings that are very falsely being hurt. It has this feeling of this falsehood of actually being hurt rather than being ticked off. They're ticked off because you're letting them go. They understand why this is happening. But I see that you are just like instant relief once they're gone. So this, you're strong enough to do it. You're strong enough to confront it. I actually see the excitement in you confronting this. So this is leading to amazing, amazing loyalty, an amazing co-creation that is coming in. I do feel like there are people who you are going to be working with just almost perfectly that are coming in. It's not about fighting, it's about compromise, it's about resolution, and it's also completely about taking a new path. So that being said, once you take this new path, what are you going to uncover? First off, lots of ego coming in. Like, I see you fluffing your feathers. I am loving this balance. And we also have this coming in. So why? Oh, okay. Alrighty. So it seems like unfulfilling relationships in your life, getting a drop kick into ascension. And it seems like this is what causes the separation. So listen, you're going to be great, but also those unfulfilling connections in your life, they're going through their own upgrade. And I see the two paths that are coming in, and I see you staying put and releasing something else. So this, out of sight, out of mind, I feel like this is going to be gone. It's going to be a passing thought in your head. This is a big lesson for you to let go and let God. Let them go and let God do the work.